Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This video is going to be looking at Elland Road, and this is also called Elland Road Football Stadium or Elland Road Stadium, but we'll just call it Elland Road. And it's a football stadium in Beeston, Leeds, West Yorkshire, and has been the home of the Championship club at Leeds United since the club's formation in 1919. And the stadium is the 13th largest football stadium in England. The ground itself has hosted FA Cup semi-final matches as a neutral venue and England international fixtures, and was selected as one of the 8 Euro 96 venues. Elland Road was used by Rugby League club Hunslet in the mid-1980s and hosted 2 matches of the 2015 Rugby World Cup, as well as a semi-final of the 2021 Rugby League World Cup. Elland Road has 4 stands: the Don Revie, North Stand, also known as the Cop, the Jack Charlton, East Stand, which was once known as the Lowfield Stand, the Norman Hunter South Stand, and John Charles West Stand, and an all-seating capacity of 37,792. Elland Road had recorded its record league attendance on the 27th of December 1932, where a capacity of 56,796 watched Leeds play Arsenal, and then the record attendance of 57,892 was set on the 15th of March 1967 in their FA Cup 5th round replay against Sunderland. This was before the stadium became an all-seater venue as stipulated by the Taylor Report, and the modern record is 40,287 for a Premiership match against Newcastle United on the 22nd of December 2001. Plans are currently afoot to increase the capacity of Elland Road to 55,000, to be achieved by demolishing the West Stand and rebuilding the area. The stadium has hosted concerts including performances by bands such as Queen, U2, Happy Mondays and the Kaiser Chiefs. The site at the foot of Beeston Hill, beside the A643 road to Elland, was owned by Bentley's Brewery and was called the Old Peacock Ground, after the pub which faced the land, hence the nickname the Peacocks, associated with both Leeds City and Leeds United. An urban myth claims that the ground was cursed by gypsies, whom had been forced off the land to allow for the construction of the stadium. In 1971, after a run of poor form, the Leeds manager Don Revie hired Gypsy Rose Lee to lift the alleged curse. The first occupants of Elland Road were Holbeck Rugby Club, which obviously were playing Rugby League, and they moved from Holbeck Recreation Ground after buying the Old Peacock Ground from Bentley for £1,100. The first competitive football match at the ground was the West Yorkshire Cup final on the 23rd of April 1898 between Hunslet and Harrogate, with Hunslet winning 1-0. The club erected a new stand in readiness for the 1898-99 season. The ground eventually became simply known as Elland Road. For the 1902-03 season, the association football team Leeds Woodville of the Leeds League shared the ground with Holbeck RLFC in their 1902-03 season, but Holbeck went under in 1904 after losing a play-off against St Helens, and the ground was put on the market. After a meeting at the Griffin Hotel in Boar Lane in August, a new club, Leeds City, was formed, and it was agreed that the Elland Road ground would be rented for the upcoming season. The lease was signed on the 13th of October 1904 for a rent of £75 per year. The club had an option to buy the ground for £5,000 in March 1905, but in November the price was reduced to £4,500. After City's first season in the Football League, the club built a 5,000-seater covered stand on the west side at the cost of £1,050. Attendances were rising, accumulating in over 22,500 people cramming into the stadium to watch a local derby with Bradford City on the 30th of December, bringing in £487 of gate receipts. An expansion programme continued, and the club's directors ensured that the initial success was built upon, employing a ground committee to oversee developments. In February 1906, 3,961 square yards of land on the Cherwell and Gelderd Road side of the ground was bought from the Monksbridge Iron Company at a cost of £420. The committee built a 4,000-seat grandstand, which Lord Mayor Joseph Hepworth unveiled before a match against Chelsea on the 17th of November. I do apologise for my pronunciation. The project cost £3,000 and over half a mile of steel was used. There was a training track for the players that ran the length of the stand, dressing and officials' rooms, and a motor garage. Drainage work was carried out on the pitch to prevent it from becoming waterlogged. City experienced financial hardships jeopardising the club's future, but after much uncertainty, an offer of £1,000 and an annual rental of £250 was accepted for the ground. The ground was used during the Great War as a venue for drill and shooting practice until the 1919-20 season commenced. City started the season brightly, but scandal arose involving illegal payments to players during the war years, and the club was expelled from the Football League after only 8 games. This led to local businessmen to contemplate digging up the clay deposits under the pitch and turning Elland Road into a brickyard. Yorkshire Amateurs became the tenants, and that club played there for a brief spell, saving the ground from development. In 1920, Yorkshire Amateurs sold Elland Road to the newly formed Leeds United for £250. And that concludes part 1 of our look into Elland Road. There's quite a lot of history, so I decided to do another video in regards to it, otherwise it will go on forever. So we'll be looking at Elland Road from 1920 onwards in our next video, which will be coming up shortly. So obviously, if you do not want to miss that, please don't forget to click the notifications button and also subscribe so you never miss a video. Thank you for listening, and until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.